Hey guys, my name is Vasily Gamov. I'm Chief Marketing Officer at RichAds at Tech Holding, and today we have new episode of Ads and Grants podcast, and we have a great guest tonight or today, anytime of the day. To be honest, we have KJ on air, like super affiliate, a big star among our industry, but for sure probably some of you doesn't know him. I don't know why, but probably. So let's talk about you, KJ. What are you doing? Who you are? Tell us a little story. What are you doing right now? Who you are, and then we will go into some specific questions about you.
Hey, Vasily, how are you? First of all,
Yeah,
thanks for your kind words. I'm not that great or anything, but yeah, thanks for your kind words, and it's amazing to be on your podcast finally. I've been watching your stuff on, YouTube and LinkedIn and everywhere, so it's really good to finally be there. Yeah, I made it,
thank you.
guys. Yeah. Okay. So a little bit about me. I started, I think, 10, 14 years ago now, back from Pakistan as an affiliate. And from there, yeah, I used to. Basically, the whole thing is like I started with $10 of budget. And from there on, I built my affiliate business. I moved to Dubai in 2013. Built a couple of products, worked on a couple of projects. Right now, I'm running life insurance. I'm one of the, you can say, top life insurance lead generators in the UK. And apart from that, um, I recently got promoted to Chief Operating Officer of Affiliate World Conference.
Congratulations. Sounds great enough. So let's dive a little bit into your path. I would say you mentioned you started like with $10 work. Could you tell us about your first money, because it's always interesting from where such like super affiliates like you started, and you mentioned $10 work. Could you tell a little bit more to us about it to
Yeah,
feel your
first of
pain? You know.
yeah, first of all, thank you. When I started off, I think my first dollars were not from affiliate marketing. Actually, I started working for an affiliate marketer as a freelancer, and that was my first few bucks. I think it was $10 or something like that. I made. It was an affiliate based out of China, I believe, and he needed help with network accounts. So let me just give you a little bit of overview how it all started. So I used to work in a call center before that, and that was just a fun job, nothing. And then later on, life happened, and I had to find a real job because yeah, I had to support my family. And there, I started looking for work online because my call center job wasn't paying that much and all that. And I literally had $10 in my bank account, and I used those $10 to kind of like invest in internet connection. And yeah, that's like, it was do and die situation for me. And I took things from there and kind of like started looking for projects online. I'm sure many of you know freelancer.com. It's a freelancing platform. That's where I started looking for all these freelancing jobs. And luckily, the very first job I got was about calling affiliate networks and approving these network accounts, because that client was Chinese. He didn't know how to speak English and everything. So yeah, he gave me a course, actually, access to a course. I don't remember whose course
And you
that
speak
was.
Chinese? You speak Chinese? You mean?
No, I don't. No, I don't. But he was
Oh,
using Google Translate and all that
oh,
to
okay,
to
okay,
send me. Yeah, yeah.
okay.
So it would be interesting if I spoke Chinese. I would love to
Yeah,
learn that. If
yeah.
anyone is watching from China, I want to learn it. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, then I started calling affiliate networks and also learning more. Like he gave me course, and I picked up how to get accounts approved and all that. So yeah, from that there onwards, then I got in touch with the guy and said, like, I need some consistent income, so teach me or a little bit. And I started working with him, And that guy kindly, like those were the times when I didn't even have enough money to buy a hosting or domain name, or even you can't buy that stuff from being from Pakistan, because there are so many issues with payment processors and all that. You don't have cards or traditional banking and all that. So yeah, that guy actually kindly gave me 6 months of hosting and domain name, which I used to work with CPA lead. I'm not sure how many of you know. That's an incentive ad network. And I used to drive traffic from Yahoo Answers and yeah, send that traffic to landing pages, and from there convert them. I can still remember that the offer was email submit Xbox points. It was that offer I used to promote, and yeah, I picked up from there, built budget, and then moved on to PPV, which was pay-per-view network. Networks like Lead Impact, Traffic Fans. Made some really good money there. Made enough money that I could move to Dubai and live there, and then lived in Dubai till 2019. While I was in Dubai, I also started working on insurance lead generation. I was working on it since 2015, but it was growing a little bit. So I decided to move to UK because that was in the UK market. And then after COVID, that really took off because everyone was looking for, they were scared. And because of COVID and all that, everyone was looking for like insurance and stuff like that. So that really picked off from there.
Yeah, great way from $10 investment to
Yeah.
living in Dubai, launching your own companies. For those who believe that like they have not enough money to start affiliate business, look at this guy, $10 at the very beginning and where he is right now. So
I mean,
great way.
I actually, if you remember our meeting when we met in London, and I told you, like, that's not something I never imagined I would
Yeah,
be here. I would be doing the stuff which I'm doing. So yeah, it is possible with affiliate marketing. Not only me, like I have seen so many people whose lives are changed by affiliate marketing, and so many people found um, immense wealth through affiliate
exactly.
marketing. Yeah.
Exactly. You just search for opportunities and trying to take everything from this opportunity, and there you are. So you started from $10, and what was your like the biggest deal ever? No, till now, I mean, like $10 in the very beginning. Maybe it was like 1 million deal or $1 billion deal. Can you give us something about the biggest money you made within one deal, not business like a year or something, but one deal?
Well, I mean, there are some. I have seen in past some amazing days, like during PPV days. That was like crazy. But I would say even like right now, um, I mean, it's growing day by day. So I can't say like in past or everything. I have seen consistent progress. There are some times when you go down, but again, you bounce back up and it goes bigger and better. So yeah, I mean, I have like in a day, I have seen six figures.
6 figures in a day. Oh
Yeah,
my.
yeah.
Good, good, awesome. So, okay, I think that's enough for the intro to figure out who you are. Just for the general like imagine about you. So, and let's talk about your new roles because I know you like for many years. I've been like watching your content, following your projects, and so on. And I know you're here for many years, as you mentioned also. So and nowadays you just didn't stop with your companies and so on but you go further and you joined affiliate world conferences company and STM forum on behalf of that, and you mentioned you even were promoted after that to chief operation officer if I'm right. So let's talk about these new opportunities, these new roles of you on the market because it's very interesting. Everybody of us know affiliate world conference, but I'm sure not everyone knows how hard and difficult to build conferences like that. So it's very interesting to discuss it. So give us um, give us an insight, I would say, about how hard to run a conference like that. How many investments do you need? For example, Affiliate World Conference in Barcelona. How much does it cost to create a conference like that?
Okay, so first of all, I think more than money, what's important is knowledge and experience you have. Like I used to be an attendee, and I never even imagined in my dreams the work which goes beyond behind the scenes. I mean, you have to literally spend hours and hours and hours just planning everything, and there's so much work going on, and so many people involved working day and night, that it's just impossible to imagine the kind of work which goes behind the scenes. So I would say, like, overall, it's knowledge and all of that things you put in place, or all the hard work, or all the basically more than money to run a conference. What you need is knowledge. So more important than money, it's actually having knowledge and having the right people to do things, to run the tasks and everything. That's important, because running conference and everything, it's a massive responsibility, and it's not an easy job. It's like, from outside, it's really easy to think, like, we can build this, that, but when you actually start looking into things, even small things matter. So for running a conference like Affiliate World, you do need like tens of millions of dollars to actually pull something off like that. So it is expensive business. It's not, easy business. And most importantly, like, another thing is, like, even bigger problem is to make a conference profitable. So yeah, it is not easy business, and it involves millions of dollars, tens of millions in investments.
Yeah, sure. Like it requires six or even seven figures investments. That's clear. That requires knowledge for sure. But how much time? Like time is our main resource, I would say, during our life. How much time does it require mm, to launch a conference like that? Because what I see when my Barcelona conference, Affiliate World in Barcelona, finished, like on the next day or something, I already get these promotions where Instagram or whatever about affiliate world in Bangkok, Thailand, and so on. So looks like it's constantly process which never stops. Is it
Yeah,
right?
so that's so true. I mean, the thing is, our whole team is not like, you can say, working part time. Everyone is working full time, so it's kind of like 24/7 process. You're working all the time. You're looking at things all the time. So yeah, overall, if you look at time, there are everyone's working. Be it the conference day. Actually, conference days are like usually easier as compared to the days which lead to the conference. So that's really strange. But yeah, that is true as well. And then as soon as you finish, you have to then start looking at what's coming up, and you need to start preparing for that. So it's kind of like an ongoing job, and that's one thing I really love about it as well. Like, one of the reasons I joined Affiliate World is because I never had experience of working on something like, something uh, something so challenging as running a conference and all that. So I really love the thrill, um, and yeah, I really get kick out of it. Like,
Yeah, but looks like you're doing really good in this stuff in this business. It's connected to your promotion somehow, I suppose. So the question here is about your departments, about your team, because you already mentioned that this conference is big. You prepare it during the whole year. It requires like big investments, a lot of knowledge, and probably it requires a strong team. So how many departments you have there? What departments are under your control? And maybe what methodology or tools do you use to control it and to manage these departments and these processes?
Okay, so yeah, overall, if you look at departments, I'm right now, I'm overseeing. Number one is speaker and content strategy. That is like recruiting um, all the speakers you see on the conference. I'm overlooking that part, and then their content and everything, managing tracks, then all the mixers, um, everything basically on stage that is kind of like comes under my department. All the meetups and stuff like that as well. We recently started even doing for going a bit further than just the conference side of the things. Apart from that, the marketing that comes under me as well, and then we have looking at different marketing strategies, what we are going to do, finding out new strategies and stuff like that, running ads and everything. Uh, right now, we have some amazing media buying team who's working with me. Apart from that, then it is like exploring more ways to increase revenue. So yeah, these are two, three departments which are my core focus. And then, of course, we have STM as well.
Yeah, but how many people are there in these departments? Like 20 people, 50 people, or it's work for 300 of people or 1,000 maybe? How big is it?
Departments or
Yeah,
departments.
yeah, yeah. Like general affiliate world conference, how many people do
Oh,
you need
oh,
to have on board to manage this
oh,
great event?
overall, I would say, I mean, if you look at like full team, it would be like the people working full time, it would be around 60, not
Oh,
hundreds
no,
of
not so
people. Yeah,
many. Not so
yeah.
many.
So it's all superstars working really hard to pull off some amazing conference. And when like when I used to be an attendee or a speaker, I thought maybe that's
Yeah,
hundreds of people working behind it, but it's not really that many people. Then of course we have during the events we also have outsourced staff as well who help us and with the things. But overall, majority of stuff is our own, even there as well, and working really hard to um,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I got the idea. And how do you manage these people? You have like 60 employees, 60 colleagues. What is the KPI system? How do you motivate them? You mentioned they work hard. That's awesome. But probably you need to add some motivation for people to work hard. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, we have a really good compensation system for them first of all, and that's something which always drives people. Then we do tons of activities as well between our whenever between our like let's say conferences and stuff like that. And then of course we have like systems and everything in place where we kind of like let's say um, which keeps them motivated, keep giving them their targets and all that. So we have all the systems in place which actually help to encourage the biggest encouragement I think for our team is always kind of like at the end of the day when you look at the comments and reviews and testimonials, they're amazing, and that's one thing which drives everyone the most. And then of course then there are other incentives as well for them, which always encourage or staff to work harder. And of course then we have their the career opportunities as well, leadership roles and everything. So yeah, if you work
Yeah.
it is kind of a company where if you work hard, there's no doubt you will be at the top.
Awesome, awesome. That's quite good that you have this set of different activities and motivation tools for your employees, for your colleagues. That's awesome. That's a good approach, and that's what we definitely recommend to implement to any company or big boss watching our show. Keep it in mind. It's very important to feed your employees not only with money but with good attitude also. So, and also, you mentioned like a big size of the conferences. You mentioned 60 people in house on board. and you mentioned that from time to time you like hire for part-time outsourced resources, but probably that's not enough, and you use some optimization tools, you automate some processes maybe, because I know that we can buy booths where via your website without any contacts like to managers. We can do it on a website, we can upload there our artwork and so on. Like, looks like a lot of optimization and automatization. Could you tell us a little bit more about it? Maybe there are tools and solutions like that in other parts of the business also.
Yeah, so we have our own kind of set of tools and solutions which we use. It's mostly our own proper our own kind of like solutions we our team built, and that's one thing which is really good because our tech team is amazing at these kind of things, looking at the solutions and everything, and coming up with the um, kind of like removing all the pain points as much as we can for or attendees or exhibitors and stuff like that. So of course, automation is really important in all departments, and wherever possible, we are trying to make most out of the latest technologies, automations wherever we can. So yeah, that's always um, something good right now. For example, for kind of like, let's say for um, some of the I can't get into more details, but some of the projects what we are trying to test is to see how we can use AI to improve the processes, and that's
Yeah,
reducing a
definitely.
lot of yeah mm, like the lead times usually, which we sometimes things take really long, whereas using AI you can do them real quick. So there are some things we are working on in the back end as well.
Totally agree. AI is like the most popular tools during the last year, and I believe this year we will see even more. And I saw already some articles, many articles about AI revolution, fifth industry revolution, and so on. Yes, it will change our industry. It will help us to earn more for sure. But what else is to make our lives easier and maybe more happier? Let's be optimistic about it. Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah. I mean, look, like even the thing is like um, I think to even like automate and everything, one thing which is really important is for all your team members to understand what's happening on the back end. Once they do it, once they can understand the process, when they can write down and map it all out, that's when you look at things, what you can automate and what you can't. And wherever you can get some relief for yourself, for your team, you want to automate that process so that they can focus on more important tasks, even if they have to take save it saves their time. So that time they can use on doing things which they can maybe like let's say more valuable as compared to something where there's less value. So it all comes down to optimizing thing and all that. So definitely you have to, like, if you attend our conference, you will notice that everything is super optimized. We always try to optimize as much as possible, and that's always our core focus. So yeah, it all comes down to different things. It's not just like, let's say, technology or anything, even within the processes as well. Even simple things, as long as you optimize them properly, uh, yeah, it works out. And
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a good approach. That's how business works nowadays. So, if we talk about Affiliate World Conference, I know you launched a lot of activities within STM Forum, and we will talk about it a little bit later in the next part of our interview or podcast, whatever you call that. So, right now, I would like to figure out what new has you brought to Affiliate World Conferences. You already mentioned you work a lot with speakers, a lot with operations. maybe anything else. What's new we're gonna see about the Affiliate World Conference? Maybe you should mention Hungary and Budapest, but maybe something else.
Okay, so
What do you
yeah,
have?
I mean, we have really massive plans for Budapest, to be honest. But yeah, what's new? You already have seen some of our friends and all that won awards. So awards night, that's something new. Then we also introduce some extra workshops, providing more value. For example, like even in Dubai, we took some of our members to a workshop which was hosted at Google headquarters. So now, like usually before, previously it was like Google hates affiliates and all that. Now Google is kind of like giving them one-on-one workshop, kind of like for your eyes only kind of workshop, which can't be recorded, which can't be
Also,
shared.
what was there? What was there on this workshop? Give us some
So,
insights.
so
Maybe
yeah,
one, two. Yeah.
it mainly is about, like, let's say, how affiliates can run their campaigns without you know facing any compliance issues, because at the end of the day Google realized as well that they can't ignore affiliates, because affiliates can bring in a lot of revenue. So yeah, things like that. We are working with the companies like Google, and we are also working with a couple of others. So you will see a lot of more stuff like that coming up. We will be working with uh, you know um, more companies to provide more value, to bringing more kind of like content, which is not like usually. Now what's happening is, let's say, sometimes the presentation and everything is great, but it's really limited time, right?
Yeah.
It is limited, and that's totally different dynamics. So what we want to do is we want to also create some smaller level workshops which are really high quality and super. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be very large, but really
What
focused. Mhm.
what should I do to be invited to this workshop? Because this part of this new part you brought to Affiliate World Conferences, that's amazing. To be honest, that's what I was looking for several last years. Uh, Sigma has kind of something like that, not like that, but something about innovation, startup pitching, and so on. And I was constantly looking for workshops with
Mm.
small groups discussing something, and there was no good idea about it. And here you are with this idea in Google headquarters. I definitely would like to take part in it, but probably some of our viewers also would like to be there. What should they do to get
Yeah,
an
well,
invitation?
first of all, number one thing is, like, keep an eye out on all communication channels. And the second thing is, another thing which really helps is be a STM member. That's, because then we know exactly. So the thing is, like, when you are an STM member, we know exactly what a person is doing, what they're doing, what they are involved with, and everything. So it makes it easier for us to invite them when Google tells us, like, okay, like, let's say we need maybe um, some people who are doing Google ads right now, and we need to invite them to show them something new which we are developing, or something, new techniques which we want to share, or something like that. That makes it a little bit easier. And the thing is, like, if we open it to every attendee, that won't be possible, because that kind of kills the whole purpose.
Yeah.
So this is really kind of like a thing where we handpick all the members and take them, put them in a place, and yeah, deliver the workshops and stuff. And it doesn't have to be large. Another thing is, we want to keep it exclusive, we want to keep it small. So it's more like a mastermind of people who are really involved in one thing.
Yeah. I know these workshops from Google. I attended some of them, like maybe about 10 years ago, about YouTube in the beginning of my career. Very useful stuff. Very useful stuff. They provide you with some, I would say, secrets or techniques how to earn more, how to work with this compliance stuff you mentioned. So to get invitation for such activities, you should What you should be the member of STM forum, share your knowledge, be active affiliate, be
Yeah.
active part of our community, and then KJ will knock at your door and give you this letter from
Y-
Hogwarts. So finally,
Yeah.
you'll be a
I mean,
lucky one.
one thing I would like to mention is I'm super food, I'm super, foodie kind of like, I won't say I'm super foodie, but okay, I really love food. And one thing I noticed is Google has amazing food. So that's
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly. That was one of the first reasons.
yeah,
Yeah, they're really good. Not only
yeah,
about food, about everything, but food. This is.
yeah,
We should have additional podcast about food and Google.
yeah,
I believe.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So, if you have anything in mind to announce or advertise about affiliate world conferences, feel free to do it right
Okay,
now.
all right, okay, yeah. So, our Budapest conference is going to be the one of the really massive one. We have some really ambitious plans for it because we got plenty of time as well, and we are going to use that time to make it really amazing conference. So I'm really excited for it. And overall, right now, one tip I would like to give to our listeners is, if you're watching this, buy ticket right now because they're super cheap. They're still early bird prices. Later on, what happens is everyone messages me, hey, they're gone really expensive. So right now it's good time. Always buy early. This way you can save a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. And to finalize this part about affiliate world conferences, what I would like to ask you about money, of course. What else do we need to know about each other? How much money you have in your pocket? I'm just kidding. You mentioned it requires like 10 million of dollars or more to launch a project like that. So I suppose there will be gonna be a good margin also. So is it possible to share with us an idea two times, three times, or ten times more you can get from this conference as a company? I mean, not you
As a,
personally.
as a, as a look, like it takes as a when we started off, what I mentioned is same. You have to optimize things. You have to, like, literally, it's really hard to kind of monetize or make it profitable. So it's not easy thing. So yeah, I mean, rest. You don't ask people about their age, or actually, you don't ask ladies about their age and men about their income.
Okay, you're gonna keep it in secret. Why not? It's your right to do it. Okay, and what we're gonna do right now is to crash into the next part of our discussion or talk or podcast, whatever. We're gonna talk about STM forum, and I had a small talk with you in London, to be honest, where I shared some of my fears, I would say, about stagnation on STM forum, because what I saw during the last 2 years, it wasn't so massive, so popular as it was in the very beginning. Unfortunately, I saw other forums. I wouldn't say their names, don't worry. But I saw other forums like bigger and more community was combined there and collected, whatever. And what I see during last months, like you put a lot of efforts into this project. You invited a lot of companies, you invited a big community there, invited, and probably you do like a lot about this STM forum. So I would like to ask you, what have you done after you came to Affiliate World and STM forum? What have you done, and what are your plans? Uh, what are you going to do to bring new life into this great project? I believe it has a great future, but we need to know your steps and your plans about it.
Yeah, so first of all, I thought I should say I told you so that we are going to change it even in London, but
Yeah.
yeah. So the main thing is, like, previously our focus was on conference, right? That was the main focus. So, like, kind of STM, or team, amazing team. I mean, there we got some really amazing team there, but somehow our focus was more towards conference because, if you remember correctly, this conference actually is that forum's baby. So it was first. I'm not sure if you are aware of history or not, of even with the forum. But in 2000,
I'm not sure. I'm sorry for interrupting. I'm not sure, and probably our viewers not sure about it for sure. I would say so. Give
yeah.
us a little bit history here.
Okay, so yeah, let's start off with where everything started from. So back in 2010s, there were two guys called Lorenzo and Jordan. They were the original, founders. They kind of like launched a blog. It used to be Stack That Money blog, and that blog later on they kind of like launched a course. It was limited course. Do you know Plenty of Fish?
Plenty of fish sounds familiar.
Okay, so that used to be a dating site, and it was an ad network as well. They had a massive audience, right? And they used to run ads and all that. So these guys, what they did was they kind of created a course about that, and they taught only 40 people. Like it was only limited to 40 people, and then they decided to create a forum where they can do the discussions and all that. So from that private forum it slowly grew, and then I believe in 2015 or 14 they started doing these meetups in London, like 10, 20 people, normal forum meetups. And from there it got so big that it was like, okay, this could be turned into the conference. And from there, yeah, the affiliate world was born. And then, like, as years went past by, the whole focus kept shifting on, like, building the conference and all that. So it was that kind of thing. And then another thing is, as you may have noticed, there were more and more people on, like, let's say Facebook. There were more and more people on using social media, and not really on blogs or on forums and stuff. So that kind of thing was declining as well. But something changed now that people are no more on Facebook, and there are not many. I mean, we don't want to mention any names, but they're really good friends as well, like, no doubt about that. But none of them have as much knowledge about media buying, affiliate marketing, as much as STM has. Like, if you look at content, if you look at the results, all the super affiliates, all the big names you see in the industry, somehow in one way or another are related to STM forum. Then if you look at all the, I mean, I know so many people, um, who have memberships for all their teams, and they just don't post anything, right? They're not active or anything. They just train their media buyers on that forum. They just tell them, okay, you know, go read this. I mean, I know a guy who actually is a really good friend, and he trains his VAs by STM threads. He has like a whole Monday.com, a whole SOP. He gives them, first read this, then you read this, then you read this, then tell me what you learned and all that. So, so STM is not just a forum, it's a university for affiliate marketing. um, no coach, no course, nothing can teach you as much as STM can teach you. And even like I myself sometimes go back and read like threads from 2012, 2013, even that, long ago, and get something new, get new ideas from there. So STM has always been kind of like a very valuable resource. So what we decided to do is, like, right now the conference is really good, so now we need to kind of give the same love back to the STM forum. And so yeah, that's why you have seen so much growth. And again, it's all the credit goes to our amazing team who have been pulling off some really good work, or moderators, of course. They're the ones who keep this thing going. So yeah, that's the whole idea, that it's such a valuable resource that it would be shame to let it go down. So that's when we decided that, like, it's better to bring it back and add some more activity into it. And I think it's working really well. We got so many members now.
Yeah, that's good approach, and I believe you. all the luck in the world, and
Thank you.
may God help you with it, because that's a really good approach. I love STM Forum. It's for sure University of Affiliate Marketing, and you can start from scratch there and like become really big. How many people in your team like support this STM Forum? I mean, how many employees in your team work on it? Because you have moderators, you have somebody for sure to develop it, to design, to get to bring new ideas, to attract new community, and so on. How many people you need to do that?
Oh, I mean, to run a forum overall, we have got like a good team. I would say we got around 6, 7 people, and then of course we have moderators as well, who are, you know, uh, really helpful. Many of them are super affiliates themselves. That really helps out. So yeah, and most of these moderators, the thing we need to understand is again, like you would see like most of our moderators are the people who learn things from STM, who made really good money, and they really love STM. And most of our speakers actually have been, many of them have been STM moderators. They still are. So, yeah, I would say if you look at like how many people, there's plenty of people. Why? Because
Yeah, but
everyone loves,
community involved.
yeah, it's whole community kind of thing. Everyone loves STM, and they're always willing to you know contribute more and help out as much as we can. So yeah, we do have
Yeah,
like, we do have people working for STM, and then we have focus groups and all that, those moderator groups, and then feedback groups where we kind of like hear each other and see how we can improve things.
yeah, that's so good when community invest like itself in its growth, and that's so nice idea to have something like
Yeah,
that.
one thing
Awesome.
I always love is STM meetups. Again, same thing, because the quality. Everyone like at the conference now, you will have so many people who are new, so many people who are
Yeah.
uh, who you don't know. But
Mhm.
in these kind of meetups, you know everyone, and they're always very open because you already talk to them. There's one thing though, like it's always funny. For example, if someone comes and says, "Hey, my name is Vasily." Oh, Vasily, what's your STM username? So that is kind of like
Exactly.
that is kind
Exactly.
of a bit awkward sometimes. Like you don't know people by their name, but their username. But overall, yes, that again, adds so much value.
Yeah, that's it. So, and you have to let our viewers know, you have a subscription model to STM Forum, something like $99 per month,
Yeah.
which for me like nothing for such a great university of affiliate knowledge. That's nothing. So I'm pretty good with paying it. I love it, and I shouldn't say so, but I'm ready to pay more. But you didn't hear that. So how do you plan to attract new audience? I mean, any other subscription models or new features, or how are you going to increase
Yeah.
this volume of this community?
Yeah, so just to give you an example, we recently started adding all the replays from the conferences on the forums. First of all, that's another one. Now, on the other hand, what we are trying to do is we're trying to provide more value to our members as well. For example, like all the Google team, they are on STM now. So we have Google members joining STM, and all these networks, ad networks, most of the advertising networks, most of the affiliate networks. So there is always someone to help you, to connect to you with someone. And yeah, our focus is more towards adding as much value as possible. And then don't forget the uh, live events we have. That's we of course we do have these workshops and all that. These are these are super valuable, and we kind of like make sure that we only have them for STM members. So that's another thing which is really good and which really adds more value for people. And then of course, like um I'll just give you an example. Like, I th- I think last month or so, I, because of some stupid mistake, I, by not excluding some audience on Bing ads, I lost almost £10,000. Uh,
Oh my.
like literally went down the drain. Whereas when I went up on STM and I started looking around, asking people around and all that, I realized like there was so many threads out there which say like don't do that. That's gonna make you waste your money. So I mean, if you
Yeah.
look at that, like when you're losing out thousands, compare that to the all the subscription fees and stuff, it's nothing. So
Yeah,
that's yeah.
exactly.
I mean, there's so much knowledge and so many things, and even like ad networks, they come in and they share their own exclusive insights as well. So yeah, mm, I mean, that's how we are trying to work. That's something we are trying to work on to add more and more value for our members.
Yeah, good idea. Good luck to you with this project. Finally, for sure, I would like to ask you about margins, but you already answered me in a tricky way about affiliate world conferences. So I will kind of change my question and try to hit you from another side. How many active members do you have on STM forum for now, and what is your plan for for this year, 2024?
Yeah, well, we do have. To be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure how many members we have
Just
because I didn't.
approximately, maybe
I would say we should have 2-3 thousand.
two, 3,000. Oh
Yeah,
my,
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good one.
Yeah, so it should be around that much, like active members who are active and all that. But there are so many members, actually. That's something really interesting as well. There's so many members, like I mentioned, who are training their teams.
Yeah,
Like those are the people who just come, read, and go. Like this, a majority of the members just consume the content. They never participate or anything. They just don't write. They won't introduce themselves or anything. And then there are teams who actually learn media buying from there as well.
yeah, nice. I just made some calculations. $99 per month and 2,000 active users.
So you're
Good
trapped.
business.
You're
Good
trapped.
business.
You're
Good
trapped.
business, buddy. Good business, really. And I'm happy that with this good business, you still invest in it and you
Yeah.
create new opportunities. You invite new members. You doing these meetups and so on. So it's worth it. So thank you for your job. And let's switch to another part about your business because as I know, Affiliate World Conference and STM Forum is not the only two businesses you're involved in. As you mentioned, you came a long way to get here, and also you have your own company, 05 Media Ltd, if I'm right,
Yeah.
and you do there some stuff about insurance lead generation, if I'm correct.
Yes.
So
So
how is it going?
it's
That,
going really well actually. So the thing is, I mean, again, one thing I always like is about insurance and all that is like I have my team dialed in, super dialed in, and they kind of like can take care of it on their own. And that's one of the reasons I joined affiliate world as well, because I literally like there was a time when I had so much time to kill. I was watching TikToks and YouTubes, so I was wasting my time there. So that was one of the reasons as well. Now the thing is like insurance. That's one thing which really helped. I shouldn't be saying this, but it did. Is um, kind of like now, as you can see, in the UK, unless you're really regulated, you can't promote stuff. Regulation is a massive part of the everything. So we are super regulated industry. That means it's not accessible for everyone. So if you're regulated, if you have licenses and everything, you got the whole kind of like you got a massive then margins out there. So that's
so
one thing which is really helping.
Do you mean you need a special affiliate license to run insurance
Ye-
websites in UK?
Yeah, so anything related to it's not just insurance, anything related to finance, you need to
Hmm.
be approved by the government authority. And if you can't do that, your ads won't run. Like Google won't run your ads, Facebook won't run your ads, or even native ad networks, they don't run your ads. So that's something. Oh, by the way, apart from that, I also have another business. Like I have a couple of things going on. Another business which is more related to, like, let's say business registration in the Middle East, like UAE and all that, company registration and stuff like that. I'm partnered with many government free zones there. So yeah, we are running that as well. So these are the kind of things which my own team is managing.
Yeah, and what brings you more profit, Affiliate World Conference plus STM or your own businesses right now?
Well, profit wise, it's always my insurance business. It used to be, yeah, it used to be, there was a time when it used to be like, let's say 25%. But right now, a majority of profit comes from life insurance. That's my most
So
profitable.
I see that Affiliate World Conference and STM Forum for you it's like bringing the value to community, the desire to share your knowledge, your experience with the industry, and to develop our world of our affiliate world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the
yeah,
thing is, look. The thing is, um, I think the more better question would be what affiliate word means to me. So
yeah.
yeah. So the thing is, like, I in my all my life, I never had a proper job. I never worked for someone, and I personally feel I don't have a proper degree or anything as well. So I personally feel like I lacked so many management skills, so many skills which I couldn't have learned unless working for someone, for some company. And another thing is, I love the affiliate world. I mean, I know them since, as I told you, like even like when the forum was launched, STM forum. Since then, I've been promoting it. So I love the company. I love the people there. I knew most of the people. I spoke so many times. So the most logical thing was to work for that company. So it is kind of like learning for myself, utilizing my time to do something super productive, so to learn something new, and also to do what I love. And that is, of course, sharing my knowledge, creating more value within the industry. I'm super passionate about the industry. The thing is, like, for me, sometimes when I have to explain affiliate marketing to people, it gets a little bit difficult because for some people it's just a way to make money. For me it's a little bit different because it gave me a new life. So that attachment is totally different, even though, like, let's say I'm doing lead generation, that is a little bit different than traditional uh, affiliate industry, affiliate marketing, because kind of like you don't have any affiliate networks or anything like that. It's just directly, it is affiliate marketing, but it is not exactly what kind of like our industry is. It's a little bit different from that. But this industry gave me so much that I can't even imagine kind of like leaving it like that. So it is, yeah, affiliate, working for affiliate world is more of giving back to the community, giving back to the people. I mean, just imagine, no one would in any other industry. Do you think someone would just give you um, hosting and server for 6 months, teach you things? Literally, like, I had people when I needed, just good people like you. Hey, KJ, come on. You have facing these issues. Come on, let's sit down and let's talk
Yeah,
about it.
sure,
So
sure.
there's so many amazing people that it's a shame if you think, like, you don't want to pass everything you got on. So it's like all the kindness I got from this industry. It's just my way of passing it on, just creating
That's
more
that,
value.
that's awesome. Sharing your kindness, and I feel like deep love to the industry and to what you do. That's really good approach, and that's how you should be not only within our industry, but with your lives, with any job you work for, with any business you run. This is a good attitude and good approach. And finally, if we talk about affiliate world conferences, STM forum, your insurance businesses, and I believe you have much more, like many activities else. Are you a robot or something? How do you manage it? Do you sleep at all one at least 1 hour a day? How do you manage all this stuff per day? How is it possible?
Okay, so no, first of all, I do get proper sleep. That's one thing I don't compromise on sleep. Even though my wife sometimes complains I'm sleeping most of the times, but but yeah, no compromise on sleep. Other than that, I'm super passionate about work. I'm workaholic. You know, I don't like yeah. So let's just put it that way. I'm super workaholic, and yeah, I mean this work changed everything for me. So I kind of like love what I do. So it doesn't feel like work to me. So, and apart from that, luckily I got such an amazing support system, such an amazing team that I don't have to really like feel like I'm a robot or whatever. Even within my own company, within Zero Five Media, within my UAE company, or within like let's say affiliate world as well, so much supportive people around me that it never feels like it's too much or anything like that. So yeah, well, I guess when you're passionate about what you do, you don't feel like it's work anyway.
Yeah, good. And for sure, it will be not so easy, or I would say it will be impossible to get there you are right now without help of other people, or it's better to say without your team members, without your employees, without your colleagues. So for sure, you do some hiring job within your business, within your affiliate world, and so on. The question here is when you hire someone for any role, almost any role, what is the most important in person for you? Is it loyalty? Is it strong skills? Is it something about like required salary? What is the most important thing? Maybe you can give an advice for businessmen or C level who hire staff to their companies, because it's very important to understand from the very beginning that you're gonna go like a long-term relationships,
Yeah.
business relationships. Yeah.
So I'm not really an HR expert, to be honest with you, just straightforward. Uh, so I would say like the best person would be our friend Stefan to help out people with hiring and stuff. But overall, when I look at something, I don't look at any of these. I look at the will to learn, and then the passion, and then if there is a job, like let's say, which requires some specific skills, can this person adopt? Can this person learn? Because there are like I have kind of like built so many things where you can't find experienced people. You always have to build them. So it's even if you're experienced, I think that sometimes like now I'm talking about my own businesses. In my experience, for example, like let's say if I hire a media buyer or something, they may have to unlearn what they have learned. That's sometimes hard as compared to someone who's fresh. They are super passionate about it. They're, you know, basically what I look at is someone as crazy as me who would, who would wake up sometimes in middle of night, think about it, and boom, go for it. But yeah, I just look at, to be honest with you, how passionate a person is, and if they have that will and that drive, uh, which is needed for that role.
Yeah, for sure. Passion is crucial, and that's, I would say, a basement. Without it, it's impossible. You mentioned you can work till night. Sometimes I woke up in the middle of the night and I have an idea. I need to write it down. I need to
Yeah.
calculate something, stuff like that. Yeah, totally understand you and share it. So, we talked about stuff, about employees, about attitudes, about your way, about money, and so many stuff we already discussed. So I have one or two final questions to you. Um, for Could you share your personal advices? As you mentioned, you begin like from scratch, really from scratch. I thought I began from scratch, but you make it harder, to be honest. So
We have a competition.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So maybe could you give us and audio viewers some advices how to divide your profits? I mean, you get some amount of money. I would say $1,000 or $10,000, whatever. How do you divide it? Some part to investment, some to take fun, some to for food, some for your wife, your friends, and so on. What are your rules about dividing and reinvesting of your incomes?
I think you should always look at kind of like diversifying. That diversification is really important, and then invest within your own team, invest within your own systems, within your business. Try to improve things. Try to make things better. And one thing I actually learned this in which is super important is that sometimes we wait for things to be like, for example, you have a project in mind, you want to work on it, but you're like, okay, I'm not there yet, or I'm not really perfect yet, or stuff like that. I'm just, maybe if I launch it, it won't be that good or anything like that. In my opinion, you shouldn't think about that. You should just go for it. You learn, because everything you launch, no matter how perfect it looks, or how perfectly it's planned, things are going to get wrong. It's going to get messy. So when you get into things, when you go, when you get your feet wet, that's when you're going to start learning, and that's when you'll start building things up. So yeah, I mean, invest in new systems, invest in, have more ambitious plans. Like, don't be like, okay, maybe, uh, don't let yourself be comfortable. Always be uncomfortable. Always take risks. Always do more. So yeah, that's the kind of advice I have. Then, of course, you have to also take care of yourself, people around you as well, of your staff as well. Make sure, like, one thing I notice is here, especially within the affiliates, when they're working with people, when they're working with their team members and everything, they sometimes don't give them opportunities to grow. Let them grow. Like, there is always one fear. For example, if I have a media buyer, and if I teach everything to my media buyer may start doing things on their own. That is fine. That is way of life. Just make sure you give them your best. Yeah, one thing, ask them to write down all the process and everything, so that in case if you have to replace them, the other person can pick things up. But never hesitate, never stop from taking action just because you think that person is going to maybe do something else. Instead, what you can do is maybe talk to them. Okay, if they're that good, if you're confident, maybe invest in them. Tell them, okay, let's do partnership. Maybe you can do perform better. So there are so many ways you get to get things done. But the biggest thing is, like, yeah, have bigger ambitions.
Yeah, good idea. Even when I asked you about investments and how you reinvest your profits, your answer is about your team, audience, community, and so on. That's really good approach. But to finalize this part about reinvestment of profits, do you invest in something like trading, forex, stocks, crypto, and so on? I mean, not only in business and people. That's really good approach. Appreciate it. But maybe any some classic tools how to increase your profits. Do you believe in this stuff or
Yeah,
no?
I'll give you an answer. So today, even I posted to my social media, like, where are crypto bros going today? Like, it's quiet, even though the prices are really high. Now, okay, that was just a joke. Yes, I do, but the thing is, like, one thing I noticed is, you want to invest into things when everybody's screaming murder. That's when you want to buy in, because that's when everything is cheap. And
Yeah.
then, as soon as, like, let's say, when crypto bros start screaming and going to, start all that to the moon kind of thingy and slogans and stuff, that's the time when you want to sell. So
Yeah, exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
but do invest, that's a good one, but not
Is it
not
like
so
10%?
much. Yeah,
Is it
so
like
no,
10% of your profit or
it
less?
doesn't it doesn't matter what percentage it is. It's all what you can, like, if you lose it, you won't regret it. That's the kind of thing, like,
Here we should give an advice to our viewers. Don't invest like all of your money in stuff like that, because
exactly.
there is a big chance to lose it. And for sure, don't go to
Yeah, and
credits or something like that. Now, just for
and
fun, it's some kind of connected to casino, I would say. If you have no financial experience at all, it's always a casino and gambling for you, stuff like that. And I
ye-
believe, unfortunately, a lot of people do stuff like that. So small parts which you're ready to lose.
yeah, which you're ready to lose and which you can afford to leave for years. The only thing is, like, look, it's going to, for example, Bitcoin price has never been this high. I don't think so. It's ever been this high. Now, what's the thing? You have to be patient. You have to keep it there. Like, let's say if it crashed, that's fine. You need to be patient. You need to let it, sit there. That's the main thing. Like, usually, the issue I see with people is, if it they start panicking, they start looking at your, the crypto wallets and all that. Just buy it and leave it alone. Don't even touch it. Don't even think about it. That's the best approach. And then, of course, diversify. Even if you buy stocks and stuff like that, that's fine. But diversify, that's more important.
Yeah, exactly. Totally agree. So to finalize our nice talk, we like discussed a lot. Could you give to our audience, to I believe a lot of newbies and newcomers to our market, because I saw a lot of you guys on the market in our comments on our channels and so on. A lot of you wonder and look for some advices for professionals like KJ. So could you, dear, advise us three things for affiliate newbie, what she or he should keep in mind to have a good start within our industry? Three most important things, up to your opinion.
Okay, so the very first thing would be, never hesitate to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes, and you're going to learn from them. There's no way around that. The second would be that never hesitate to ask. Um, one big problem I see within our industry, especially with newbies, is they hesitate sometimes. Asking, like, let's say, how to do it, where to do it. For example, like, they would promote something on an ad network, and things are not working out. They will just give up. Instead, they don't think, like, okay, let's talk to sport. What's happening? Why is it happening? Why don't I talk to my affiliate manager and speak to them and see what's happening, or other affiliates, what's happening? So always be open. I mean, this industry is amazing. People are super helpful. All you have to do is just reach out. And the third is, uh, it attend, in-person events. Doesn't have to be affiliate world. It could be anything, but do meet other people. Get out, uh, meet the people who are running other stuff. There are two reasons. Number one, you will learn something new. Yes, of course. The second thing is, sometimes it kind of like validates your beliefs as well. For example, right now, I'm here starting my campaigns, and maybe they're not working well, or maybe I'm making some money, but I would be thinking, okay, this is scam, this is not real business, this is nothing, and all that. Or I'm making maybe 5,000 or something like that, and I'm comfortable with that. I'm thinking, okay, that's the maximum I can make. When you attend all these conferences, you realize how massive this market is, how big opportunities are, and then, of course, it kind of like validates you and tells you, like, this is something real, this is something, which can change your life, which can actually make you money. Just, you need to understand how it works, and get wrap your head around it, and learn the processes, make contacts, um, and yeah, learn from people, and be more social. The more social you are, the better results you're going to get.
Yeah, great advices. Great advices. Just to let you, dear viewers, to know something about our industry in its multi-billion industry. So, if you earn 5,000 euros, for sure there is a way to earn more. Just message KJ, ask him for advice. He will help you for sure. I believe we created not only a great podcast today, but also a great thread for STM forum. I would say because a lot of insights. It's like fulfilled with insights. I would say so. KJ, thank you so much for coming to our show, to our Ads and Grants show. It's really a pleasure. Thank you for your experience. Thank you for your expertise, for your kind attitude, and for your input in our industry. It was a pleasure to see you here.
Thank you very much, Vasily. It was my pleasure to be here with you guys, and I really love talking to you. And I hope we'll have more episodes. Yeah, invite me again.
For sure,
I
for sure.
I kind of invited myself into your podcast.
Yeah, sure. We are like unstoppable guys, you and me, within this industry. So, dear viewers, thank you for watching the new episode of Ads and Grants Show. It was KJ from STM Forum, Affiliate World Conferences, and many, many more conferences. Oh, conference companies. Super affiliate. So, stay tuned, click on the like button, share it with your friend, subscribe to our channel, subscribe to STM forum, I guess I would say here also. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned and see you later. Bye bye.